that some of them were at this point where they are feeling like, I am looking for a job. Why would you come to teach me about clarity? Why are you even inviting me to come for a training? Oga, what I want is a job. So they're like, who? Clarity, help. So maybe you've been in that point where you're currently looking for a job, and every time you get angry whenever you see people saying come for personal development training, or you're seeing somebody talking about clarity, like when you be like, what has clarity got to do with helping me secure a job, or what has clarity got to do with giving me money? Here's what I want you to know, because in this episode of the show, I'm going to share with you why or how clarity can help you in your job seeking process, or how clarity can help you secure your dream job. Yes. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Talk with Mark. Whoa! I am super excited to be back on the show. In case you don't know what the show is about, the Talk with Mark is a platform where we talk about productivity, personal development, and sometimes talk about lifestyle, and the goal is to help you become more productive, to grow, and to enjoy your everyday life. I go by the name Mark, and in case you don't know how to spell, it is M to the A to the C to the A to the double N E, and I am super excited to be back. I had to pause a little while on the show because I started running another show, which is a business and entrepreneurship show, and it was taking a lot of from me, but I have been able to create a balance, and I have missed the vibe, I have missed the energy, I've missed, just gisting and sharing my own life experience and getting to answer your question, because that's what I enjoy doing on the Talk with Mark. And so yes, I am back, and today we're going straight to something that I'm sure is going to transform your life, because recently I had a training to train an organization, and that organization is a recruiting firm that recruits job seekers for organizations. So it's kind of the middleman that bridges job seekers and gets to organizations looking for them. And I was contracted to come and train the same other set of people under this organization, and then I told the organizer, the manager of the company, that okay, I could train on personal development, clarity, or mindset. So he was like, okay, I want you to talk about clarity. And then I had to go back. I prepared my slide, and I had to pick the title of my book. I've written a book called Flip the Switch: How to Move from Confusion to Clarity. So the title for my training was Moving from Confusion to Clarity of Life Purpose. So I prepared my slide. But while I was preparing my slide, I knew that one of the greatest objection or obstacles I was going to face was getting those people to listen to me, because I knew that some of them were at this point where they are feeling like, I am looking for a job. Why would you come to teach me about clarity? Why are you even inviting me to come for a training? Oga, what I want is a job. So they're like, who? Clarity, help. So maybe you've been in that point where you're currently looking for a job, and every time you get angry whenever you see people saying come for personal development training, or you're seeing somebody talking about clarity, like when you be like, what has clarity got to do with helping me secure a job, or what has clarity got to do with giving me money? Here's what I want you to know, because in this episode of the show, I'm going to share with you why or how clarity can help you in your job seeking process, or how clarity can help you secure your dream job. Yes. So I know 3 years ago, while I left college, I had to seek for clarity, and I decided to go for a retreat. And while on my retreat, I decided to write down some of the things I wanted from life, and knowing that my strong point in life is speaking, training, and teaching. And I wrote down I wanted to train organizations, individuals, and also, heads of states, where I consult for them and share my knowledge with them. Now, because of what I wrote down, I started acquiring knowledge and skills, I started building my path on that line to help me get to the desired future I have seen. Now, you may be someone looking for a job and you're asking, okay, how can clarity help me get a job? Or why should I even seek for clarity in the first place when I'm hungry and when I don't have a job? Now, the first thing getting clarity would help you is that it will give you a sense of direction in life. Now, in life, we are all on a journey and people are here for different reasons and different purposes. But if you are at the stage where you want anything and everything, and I've discovered people who want everything and anything end up getting nothing. Because you're not precise, you don't know what you want. So I've seen people going from one job interview to another, from one to another, because all they just want is, I need a job, just give me a job, and they want the job to go by. I'm not against you getting a job, but I want you to have a sense of direction in life, knowing the end. Because when you have a sense of direction in life, it helps you know the kind of options to go. It helps you know the kind of routes to take on your journey in life. You know that there's some opportunities you shouldn't go for, while there are some that, even though the pay may be small, but because it is in line with what you see in your desired future, you should go for it. So you see, someone who has gained clarity, sometimes clarity doesn't come in full, but somehow you just have this nudge, you sense that this is the path you want to go through. The second thing you should consider is that clarity is going to help you as a job seeker to know the kind of skills you need to acquire and to build on to help you get to your desired future. It is no longer news that most times what you study in school, you end up not doing that. So that means even if you are still a student here, you need to start asking yourself, is what I am studying now in school what I want to do for life? If it is no, then you need to come to that point where you ask yourself, what exactly do I want? Where do I see myself in the next 5-10 years? What are my strengths? What are my interests? What problems do I want to solve? By the time you ask yourself this kind of questions, you have a picture of what you want to do. So the next thing you should now do is, since you know that this is where I want to be, the next thing you should begin to do is, what are the skills, what are the qualities I need to imbibe in my life to help me get to this desired point. So by the time you have gained clarity, you now come back and you know the skills you need to build on. For someone like me, by the time I gain clarity, knowing that I want to train, I want to coach, I want to share knowledge, now knowing that the two pillars of my life is media and education, it began to form the kind of skills I started pushing to acquire. And I knew that, and I need to keep building my my public speaking skill. I knew I need to also go for certification courses in coaching and training. And I knew that I needed to also learn a bit of media skills, because getting the media skills at this foundational point in my life would help me push my message without having to necessarily pay people. So you see that when you gain clarity about the end, it helps you in the interim to gain the skills that would help you get to the end. So you know that gaining clarity is just like, you know you want to get to 10-story building, but you're currently at the second floor. So the skills, the qualities, and other things you imbibe, you keep acquiring, are like the staircase that would help you get to that desired future you have in mind. The third reason why clarity would help you as a job seeker, it's going to help you know the kind of job you should apply for. It is not every job opportunity you see that you apply for. There are people who keep applying for every kind of job and they end up not getting anything. I am still seeking for a job. There's a kind of job I'm looking for that once I get it, forget it, I'm going to go for it. I'm looking for jobs in the development sector, jobs that are in line with my purpose. And I have submitted a couple of applications, and I'm currently also asking myself, okay, what other additional skill or what educational qualification should I add to prepare me for this role I am seeking for? So that's because I have clarity on my path. But for you, by the time you sit down to ask yourself what you want, and by the time you have a sense of direction, you know that it is not every job opening you go for. You will be better informed to go for jobs that would help you grow your strength. You would go for jobs that would help you bring out the best version of yourself. And even if the job you get is not in line with your passion or with your strength, the fun thing it's going to do for you is that it's going to help you stay focused, because you know that what you're currently doing, maybe whatever job you're doing, is not the end, it's not your purpose, but it's just a means for you to get by, because you have a future, you have a purpose that you've seen, but because you need to do some things to keep your mind, body, and soul together, you need to work. So you see that when there are two people who are employed for a job role, you'd see that the person who has clarity is better focused. That person comes into that organization with a mindset. That person can even give himself, okay, I have 2 years to spend in this organization, or I have 5 years to spend here, and after that I move to the next phase. But a person who does not have clarity will just come in there, and once they get that job, they relax and they feel like, oh, I have hit the jackpot. But you need to know that your job is not your life purpose. Whatever work you're doing, except you're running your own business and you've discovered your purpose, that's good. But if you're still looking for a job, the job you're going to get may not be your life purpose, except for people who get jobs that allows them to fulfill purpose. So that's great for you. But your job is not really your purpose. And that's why when you gain clarity and when you get the job, you'll see that you are better focused, knowing that what you're doing is just for you to get by, knowing that whatever job you're doing, you need to give in your best, you need to be diligent to get the promotion, to get your paycheck, because that paycheck is what would help you to build your own desired future by the side. So it's important because it gives you that sense of commitment in your job. It gives you that sense of focus and diligence when you eventually get a job, because you have a why. You know that you are working, and because this work is going to empower you to fulfill purpose. So you see how it helps you as a job seeker than someone who does not even have any sense of direction. Now, the fifth reason why as a job applicant or seeker or a school leaver you should gain clarity is that it gives you a sense of hope and confidence. We live in a world where a lot of things are there to demoralize you. Maybe you've applied for several kinds of jobs and the jobs are not coming forth. There are people who just throw in the towel and then they just give up. But that is not you, because when you've gained clarity, there is a glimpse of a future you see. There's a vision you are seeing, and that vision becomes your motivation to keep giving in your best. So it gives you that confidence that even if you get a rejection from this interview, that is not the end for your life, that there is still a bigger purpose and a bigger future for you. I've attended a couple of interviews. For me, I don't even apply for any kind of job. There are jobs I've applied for. There was a time I got a job, and after working for some time, I just knew that this was not it, and I had to leave. But I'm still confident in my abilities, and I'm still pitching for better jobs and for bigger jobs. And the truth is, the bonus point is that when you gain clarity, it keeps you occupied even when you don't even have a job yet. It keeps you occupied because your purpose gives you work to do. By the time you've identified your purpose, you're seeing problems, and by the time you're seeing problems, you're thinking about how can I prefer solutions to that. And the more you grow your brand and grow your expertise, you can begin to monetize some of your solutions, and that is you doing a work without getting a job yet. So you can actually work while you're still looking for a job. So you see why it's so important for you at this stage of your life to seek clarity, because when you gain clarity, it distinguishes you. You are more confident. You are even better equipped to serve your organization better. So in all you're getting, please get clarity. And it's so important for you, if you're still a young person, if you're still a student, please gain clarity before you leave school. If you're still a job applicant, I would want you to take a moment and pause and ask yourself, what exactly do you want? On the next episode of this show, I'm going to share with you how you can attain clarity. So now you know why clarity is important for you, I'm going to share with you some of the steps I have taken and also you can take to attain clarity. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of The Talk with Mark, and please do well to subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Till I come your way again, same time on the next episode. I remain Mark, and please subscribe. Bye bye.